Good morning. I am here to talk to you today about how to ask for what you want and what you need, and why it is important to ask for what you want and what you need in your relationships and in life. So let's start with why it's important to ask for what you want and what you need. You are not likely gonna get what you want and what you need unless you ask for it. We have this like embedded belief, unconscious, whatever, subliminal idea, most of us, that the people in our lives should be able to read our minds. We actually take it as a sign that they love us, and that like a sign of closeness and intimacy if the people in our life can anticipate our needs and guess at exactly what we want and need and get it right. And when they don't, and when they don't get it right, when they can't read our minds, oh my God, I mean, you have to know, you've probably gotten in a number of fights for this very reason, a number of disagreements. There's been a great amount of suffering probably that you've experienced. I know I have, because I have expected the people in my life to be able to read my mind and to just understand me without me having to let them know how it is I want to be understood. So first off, no one in your life is a mind reader. It is so much pressure to put on a relationship, whether that's a friendship, a family relationship, an intimate relationship, a work relationship, or just the relationship with the checkout person for those 10 minutes that you're in line, okay? It is a lot of pressure to put on other people, to expect them to anticipate your needs, when really it is your responsibility to know what your needs are, to know what you want, and then to communicate it clearly. So that is the first step to asking for what you want and what you need. Spend time actually thinking about what you want and what you need. Again, a lot of us just sort of like aren't paying attention to ourselves, and we don't really know that we needed something or we wanted something until it's not being met, and then we blame another person for that, right? It's really common. There's no judgment there. We're just bringing awareness to it now, right? So get really clear on what you want and what you need. Sit down, make a list, do a voice recording, process it out loud with your therapist or your coach or whatever it is in your small group. But get clear on what it is you really want and what you need, and why you want it and why you need it. And then here's the really, really important part. Before you communicate to the person or the people or the organization in your life that this is something you want and what you need, also get clear on how you want that want and need to be met. Because this is another misconception that we have in relationships and in life. We believe that we should be able to ask for what we want and what we need, and then we shouldn't. It's like a weird catch-22, right? Like this idea that then you shouldn't have to dictate to the person how you want that need to be met. And some of that comes from, we've had people in our lives who we've asked for things and we've told them exactly what we want, and then we get accused of being controlling or micromanaging or whatever. They express that, oh, just let me do it in my way, in my time, right? But there's no guarantee that you're going to get your need met in the way that you get your need met unless you dictate, maybe dictate's not the right word, unless you say specifically how you want it met. And people in your life who love you and care for you and want you to feel loved and cared for are going to feel a great amount of relief at being told exactly how you want that to be met, right? So let's give an example. Say that you want to have more quality time, and this is maybe part of your love language, right? You want to have more quality time with a friend. And so you get really clear on that. I want more quality time with my friend. And instead of just saying, hey, I want more quality time with you, this is why we have to get really clear. How do you want to have that quality time? Do you want to have quality time going out to coffee? Do you want to have quality time shopping together? Do you want to have quality time going to the movies, going to a concert, taking a trip? What do you want that quality time to look like? And don't cop out by being like, oh, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. Yes, it does fucking matter to you. Get clear on why you want it and how you want it. And so then when you talk to your friend, you are super clear, and it can, you could even have several options, right? Like go to your friend and say, hey, I've been thinking about you so much. I really miss spending time with you. I'd love to spend some time with you. I was thinking how I'd like to spend time with you is maybe going out to coffee, or remember when we used to do little day trips and we used to go on hikes? I would love to do that. Or maybe you've never done those things before, but you would like to, right? And invite them into a couple options and then let them choose. And you can even go so far as to say, these are the days that are really good for me, but I'm open to figuring it out with you. And then from there, you can be flexible and have the conversation about how it's all going to play out, right? But that's such a huge relief for the people in your life for you to be that clear, right? And you can put yourself on the opposite side of that. So imagine a friend comes to you and they're like, oh my gosh, I just, I really, even if it was like, so say that your friend's love language is gifts, and just be like, oh, for Christmas, I'd really love to do a gift exchange. I love buying gifts, and I want to see if you'd want to do that with me. And then they just left it at that, and you'd be like, oh my God, like, what does that even mean, right? And so the burden would be on you to have to ask for clarification or to try to guess what it is they want. What would be a gift to you, right, is for them to say, I want to do a gift exchange with you. And I was thinking maybe we could, it could be like socks or, $20 limit, or it could be self-care stuff or whatever. It doesn't have to be a big deal. And they like give you some parameters around what that looks like, right? Then you can go, oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. That sounds great. I'd love to do that for you and with you because I understand that that's how you feel cared for. So again, part of why we ask for what we want and what we need is because it's how we communicate to people how to care for us and how we want to be cared for. And of course, they always have the option to decline. They really do. So anyone could be like, thank you for sharing that with me, but that's really not possible right now, or that's not in the cards, or I'm not up for it, or whatever, right? So know that that is a possibility, but there's also the possibility that they will absolutely meet you in that they are stoked to meet you in that. And if they can't meet you in that, again, it is not an indicator that they don't care, right? And a huge part of why we ask for what we want and what we need, and this is foundational, this is the number one reason why we ask, is because it is reinforcing that we are valuable and worthy of asking for what we want and what we need. It is really actually creating a new feedback loop for yourself that you are valid, and you are allowed to be seen, and you are allowed to ask for what you want and what you need, and that your wants and needs are valuable because you are valuable and you are worthy. And oftentimes really are like, that's the biggest part of asking for what we want and need. I know that I have felt that in my life. Just asking has brought on a sense of being cared for, even if the other person doesn't follow through or it looks different than I thought it would, right? And know that ultimately you are the one who gets to fulfill your wants and your needs in your life, truly. Like for me, it's Christmas time right now. Here's my Christmas tree. It's Christmas tree time. It's Christmas time right now. And I have 2 teenagers who I basically was like, do you guys want to buy me a gift? I have to take them to the store. I have to actually facilitate them buying a gift for me if that's what they want to do. And then I buy some gifts for myself and I wrap them up and I put them under the tree, and I get to enjoy buying gifts and receiving gifts that I want and that I need, right? Because I want that and I need that. So yeah, anyway, there's a small example. Okay, I hope you found this helpful today. I'm sending you so much love. I'm Jessica Amos. I'm a truth teller, a mindfulness teacher, a life coach, and I'm the founder of Stay With Yourself, which is the practice of being who you are, where you are, and who you are is valuable and worthy of receiving what you want and what you need. And being where you are is so much about honoring your wants and needs in this moment and being responsible for how they are fulfilled. Okay? Ultimately, no one else is responsible for that, but it doesn't mean you can't ask, right? Okay, let me know how this landed for you. I would really love to know. Leave it in the comments, like it, share it, do all the things. Okay, sending you so much love today. May you stay with yourself today and always.